Hi, my name is Grant Hobson. I've been a finance analyst for the last 6 years. Today I'm going to run you through some financial performance methods as well as some investment appraisal techniques. How to calculate net present value. Net present value is a great tool for analysing projects because it takes out of consideration the impact of the time value of money. The time value of money is a simple concept in that £100 today will not be worth £100 3 years down the line. Therefore, when looking at your cash flows that a project generates, you want to analyse these as the value they're worth to you today as opposed to what they're worth in a few years' time. The correct approach to calculating the net present value is by discounting all your future cash flows to the present value and summing them together. If you have a positive net present value for your project, then it's generally deemed that you should accept the project. If it's a negative net present value, then the project shouldn't go ahead. The calculation is as follows. So each of your future cash flows is multiplied by a discount factor. The following formula shows you that discount factor and how it's calculated. So within that, the R stands for the interest rate and N stands for the number of periods. So as below, if your cost of capital is 10%, then this forms the R in the equation. If it was 2 years down the line, then the period N would be 2. If it was 4 years down the line, then N would be 4. And this will give you your discount factor for each period. So if we look at this project below, it's a 4-year project. In year 0, so this is today, this is when the money's gone out, your cash flow is shown as a negative because it's money you're spending on a project. It's £200,000 outflow. The discount factor of this is 1 because in the discount factor formula the N is 0. So your present value here is £200,000 because it's money you've spent now. Now in each of the future years a different cash flow is generated as the project moves forward. Each of these years has a different discount factor due to the period that the cash flow is incurred. Now you can get these discount factors from the present value tables that are available online, and it's a quicker way to find your discount factors to use in the calculations. In terms of this equation, so in year 1 the cash flow generated was £30,000. Now the discount factor here is 0.909. Now this is because in 1 year's time this £30,000 is worth less than it's worth today. So we need to find out what this value is. Therefore we multiply the 30,000 by the discount factor and we get a value of 27,270. And this method is repeated for each of the 3 remaining years. And you'll see the present value of each of these cash flows reduces significantly as we go through the project. So the sum of this project is minus £35,000. Now being negative suggests that the project shouldn't go ahead. So if we look at another project, we'll just tailor some of the numbers within the project. So the same outflow of £200,000, but in year 1 the investment performs better and we generate £50,000. In year 2 it continues to increase up to £75,000. And then in years 3 and 4 we generate £100,000. Now you can see this big swing in cash flow in future years means that the present value of this is now £50,800. It's positive and we'd say therefore that the project should go ahead.